Now, several constituencies and wards across the country could face continued inequality in voter representation and access to resources ahead of the 2027 general election. This follows an announcement by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission citing constitutional and legal constraints that have stalled full review of electoral boundaries within the required timelines. The Commission has also warned that it needs 63 billion shillings to successfully conduct the next general election. NTV's Victor Ngaruya has more.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission says it has adopted a phased approach to the review of constituency and ward boundaries, citing constitutional and legal limitations that make it impossible to complete a full delimitation exercise ahead of the 2027 general election.
I know the concern is, yes, we needed to have concluded the boundary delimitation ahead of the general election. But then, of course, I've explained the factors that led to where we are now, which, of course, we need to face as a nation, and that we have to weigh whether we stop everything else because the boundary delimitation, the timelines and the constraints we have explained, or whether we should plan with the best case scenario, which is to continue doing the many activities.
IEBC Chair Erastus Edekon says the boundary review process stalled due to the absence of commissioners between January 2023 and July 2025, rendering the Secretariat unable to make key policy decisions. Legal challenges have further complicated the process, particularly an ongoing court case involving the 2019 population and housing census data for Garissa, Wajir and Mandera counties, data considered critical for boundary delimitation.
Even if we publish a preliminary report and somebody challenges it in court, that will take time again before the court determines.
IEBC says a complete boundary review typically takes about 2 years, yet the Constitution requires the process to be concluded at least 1 year before a general election, a deadline that has already passed. On finances, the Commission says although approximately 41 billion shillings has been allocated for the 2027 general election, it still faces a funding shortfall of about 22 billion shillings. Overall, IEBC estimates it requires 63 billion shillings to effectively deliver the election. Despite the delays, political analysts maintain that the situation does not amount to a constitutional emergency.
The timelines that are placed by the Constitution are in order for such reviews to be done in an orderly manner, reflecting public participation and also following the spirit of the Constitution. So to not to meet the deadline does not constitute a crisis.
The analyst warns that the real danger lies in any attempt to alter constitutional provisions to circumvent established timelines rather than allowing legal and institutional processes to take their course. Victor Ngaruya, NTV.